Hello friends, welcome back to Career Study Table. Hope you all are safe. Today's topic is from mathematics and the topic is algebra. So I basically love algebra and has always felt an interest while solving them. And I've tried my best to make you all feel the same about the topic. So we will see some basics in algebra and our first model is to find the equations from the word problems given. Here the question reads, oranges are to be transferred from larger boxes into smaller boxes. When a large box is emptied, the oranges from it fill two smaller boxes and still 10 oranges remain outside. If the number of oranges in a small box are taken to be x, what is the number of oranges in the larger box? I have given the picture representation. And here is the explanation. It is given that all the oranges from the larger box is transferred into smaller boxes. So the larger box can fill two smaller boxes and still 10 oranges remain. So the number of oranges in the larger box will be twice the number of oranges in the smaller box plus the remaining 10 oranges. So as given in the question, the number of oranges in the smaller box is x. So the number of oranges in the larger box will be 2x plus 10. So that gives the answer, and here's the equation for the problem. Let's do another question, and the question says a cube is a three-dimensional figure as shown. It has 6 faces and all of them are identical squares. The length of an edge of the cube is given by L. Find the formula for the total length of the edges of the cube. So they have given a diagram, and here comes the explanation. We know that a cube has 12 edges and 6 identical faces. So all the edges will be of equal lengths. Total length of the edge will be equal to the number of edges multiplied to the length of each edge. So it will be 12 multiplied to L, and that will be the required formula. So that gives 12L units. Now let's form expressions for some commonly used phrases. Here are they. The first one reads 11 added to 2m. So 11 is getting added to another term 2m. So 2m plus 11. The next one, 11 subtracted from 2m. So a term 11 is getting subtracted from another term, that is 2m. So 2m minus 11. While doing addition and multiplication, the priority, that is the order of the terms, does not matter because of the commutative property that holds good for addition and multiplication. That means 2m plus 11 means the same as 11 plus 2m. But the commutative property does not hold for subtraction and division, so we will have to be careful about the order of the terms. So 11 subtracted from 2m, that means from 2m, so 2m has to come on first. So when the word from is used, the next word has to come on first. Third one, 5 times y, to which 3 is added. So first we will have to multiply 5 and y. To that product we will have to add 3. So we will have 5 into y in a bracket and then plus 3. So 5y plus 3. The fourth one, 5 times y, from which 3 is subtracted. So first again 5 is multiplied with y, and from that product 3 is getting subtracted. So in the bracket 5 into y minus 3, because from which means from the first term, it denotes the first term. From the first term 3 is getting subtracted. So 5y minus 3. Let's move on. The next one, y is multiplied by minus 8. So y into minus 8, which gives minus 8y. We have commutative property for multiplication. And the next, y is multiplied by minus 8 and then 5 is added to the result. So y into minus 8, to that product 5 is getting added. So minus 8y plus 5. The next, y is multiplied by 5 and the result is subtracted from 16. So first we will multiply y with 5 and that product is subtracted from another term, that is 16. So already mentioned, 6 from 16 means 16 minus y into 5, so 16 minus 5y. The last one, y is multiplied by minus 5 and the result is added to 16. So first multiplying y and minus 5, then adding that to 16, so minus 5y plus 16, or we can also write 16 minus 5y. Let's form similar expressions for simpler word problems. Here we go. Take Sarita's present age to be y years. What will be her age 5 years from now? So the present age of Sarita is y. In the future, she will be older by 5 years. So her age will be y plus 5 years. What was her age 3 years back? In the past, she would have been 3 years younger, so her age would have been y minus 3 years. Sarita's grandfather is 6 times her age. What is the age of her grandfather? So age of grandfather is equals to 6 times age of Sarita, so that will be 6y. Next, grandmother is 2 years younger than grandfather. What is grandmother's age? Age of grandmother is equals to age of grandfather minus 2. As we have seen, the age of grandfather is 6y, so age of grandmother is 6y minus 2 years. Sarita's father's age is 5 years more than 3 times Sarita's age. What is her father's age? So age of Sarita's father is equals to 5 years more. So 5 years plus 3 into age of Sarita, which is equals to 5 plus 3y years. Now let's try to write word form for the expressions given. Here is an example. Tony puts Q marbles on the table. He has 8 Q marbles in his box. So given that the marbles on the table is equal to Q and the marbles in the box is equals to 8Q. So marbles in the box is equals to 8 times the marbles on the table. Thus we can write there are 8 times more marbles in Tony's box as compared to the number of marbles on the table. Next, we will have to know what an equation is. When two expressions are equated together with an equal to symbol, we call the whole thing as an equation. Here are a few examples. Have a glance. Next, we will learn how to solve an equation, and the first method is trial and error method. The method is quite simple, so we will learn the method by solving a question with that method. So the question is, pick out the solution from the values given in the bracket next to each equation. Show that the other values do not satisfy the equation. So we simply have to substitute the values given in place of the variable and verify whether the left hand side and the right hand side of the equations are equal. If for a value the left hand side and the right hand side are equal, then that value will be the solution for the equation. We also have to verify that the other values given are not solutions for the equation. So the equation given is 5m is equals to 60. So the values are 10, 5, 12 and 15. First substituting m is equals to 10, 5 into 10 is equals to 50, that is left hand side, and right hand side it is 60. 50 is equals to 60 is not true. So m is equals to 10 is not a solution. Then putting m is equals to 5, 5 into 5 is 25, which is equals to 60 is not true. So m is equals to 5 is not a solution. Putting m is equals to 12, 5 into 12 is equals to 60, the left hand side. The right hand side also it is 60, so 60 is equals to 60 is true. So m is equals to 12 is the solution for the equation 5m is equals to 60. Then substituting m is equals to 15, 5 into 15 is equals to 75, which is not equals to 60. So m is equals to 15 is not a solution. The solution for the equation 5m is equals to 60 is 12. With this, the basics of algebra is done. Hope you have a firm grip in the concepts. In the next video, we will see the other methods to solve equations and the other topics in algebra. Hope you all learned something useful. We'll see you with another video. Thank you. Take care.